For those who don't know, here in Roblox, this game is becoming very popular. Its name is FISCH, and in this game, you basically have to fish. It's very simple in a way, but today I want to make a version of this game in Brookhaven. I'm going to use Roblox Studio to recreate the FISCH game, but inside Brookhaven. So, to do that, I'm going to call my friend to join me in this. I'm calling his house right now to see if he shows up, and it looks like he's finally here. And guys, he's even here with a fisherman avatar to come and fish with me. He said in the chat, "Let's go! I want to fish!" Look, but that's not the only thing we're going to do. I also want to make the Roblox fishing game here, but inside Brookhaven. But before that, I'm going over here in my car to come and fish. My friend is also joining in, and now I'm coming here to the front because, for those who don't know, there's a place in Brookhaven where you can fish, and it's exactly here in front. But there's something kind of weird here, because it seems like there's a firefighter right here, and he doesn't want us to pass. It's like he's blocking the entrance so we can't go fishing. Guys, but I'm getting closer to talk to him. He said in the chat, "Don't go, there are sharks in the ocean." But I don't think there are, because I'm looking and there's nothing here. So basically, it's safe to go. I said in the chat, there are no sharks here. I'm sure there aren't. But besides everything, I want to remake this game just here in Brookhaven, which will be a little difficult, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it. The first thing I need is this water because, for those who don't know, the water in Brookhaven is very ugly and also very simple. So, I'm going to select the water and remove it. Here's everything. You can see it's exactly like this, but I'm going to remove this one too, and also this other one. And now guys, I'm going to have to make a more realistic water to make it like the original game. But I came back here to Brookhaven to see what's going on, and it looks like my friend is angry, and he's holding this item toward him. I said in the chat, calm down, there's no need to do this. Guys, he doesn't need to do that, because we're just going fishing here. And he's trying to stop us from fishing because, according to him, there are sharks in the ocean. He said in the chat, I'm going with you. Okay, then come. I'm going here in my boat to fish, but for me to be able to use my boat, that player also has to join in. Okay, I'm right here. My friend reached this point, and the firefighter is right here. Now guys, I'm going to the middle of the ocean to start fishing. Okay, I think this spot is good, so I'm going to stop right here. And now guys, let's start fishing. I'm fishing here, and the firefighter is right here, watching over everything to make sure nothing bad happens. And my friend is fishing here. But now that I removed this ocean, I'm going to have to add another one. Perfect! I'm going to put water all over the game to make it look nicer, and you can see it turned out exactly like this. There's just one problem. It's a little buggy because I accidentally put water on the grass, which is something I shouldn't have done. So I'm going to have to remove this. Do it the right way. Perfect! Now it's much better than before, but I need to make this water more realistic because it's really ugly. It looks like fake water, whereas in the original game, the water is much prettier. He said in the chat, "Hey, I didn't catch any fish. Look, let's wait, because sooner or later the fish will come." But I think it's going to take a while, because we've been here for a long time, and I haven't seen any fish so far. So I'm going to cast farther to see if any fish come now. But guys, the water in my game is really ugly. It doesn't look like real water, especially because under the water, we have this blue thing. So to improve my game, I'm going to have to remove this blue thing to make it look better. I removed it from this part, and you can see it turned out like this. It's really much better than before, but I had a better idea. I'm going to change the color of this, and you can see it turned out exactly like this. And actually, it looks really bad. But now I put sand, and it really looks much better. But I'm going to have to make more modifications to make it much prettier. Done! I left the water exactly like this. It really looks much better than before. He said in the chat, "Wow, it's amazing." True, it really looks great, but I need to improve this and make my game much more like the original game, because here I can fish and do a lot of cool things that I still can't do in my game. But I'm going to try to improve it to make it much better, more like the original game. But you can see that now. My game looks exactly like this. We have really beautiful water, but there's one thing I want to improve, which is to make the game more realistic because it still looks really bad. So I'm going to leave the game exactly like this. Now it's much better than before, but I just added this boat, so later I can go fishing. Now I'm going to remove this thing because it looks really bad, and now I'm going to put this one instead, because this one is much better than the previous one. It really looks beautiful, but I'm going to leave it exactly in the middle, and now it looks much better. Now I can come here to fish in a much more realistic way than before. Now we have this thing here in front, with several very interesting fish, and there's also this house. Besides that, we have this giant boat here, which I'm not sure works. I'm coming here to test it. I'm starting to think it doesn't work because I can't get inside. Okay, I'm right here, and unfortunately, I can't drive it, so I'm going to have to remove this boat and put a better one because this one is really bad. But I came back here to the game. And guys, it seems like no one has caught a fish so far. I said in the chat, did you not catch any fish? Because guys, it seems like he didn't catch anything, and the situation is really bad, you know? And he said here, no! So, let's go back home. The only problem is I don't really know where we need to go because we're in the middle of the ocean, and we're basically lost. I said in the chat, where do I go? Because guys, I don't know which direction I should go. He said here that he doesn't know. Guys, this is awful. We're in the middle of the ocean with this boat, and we also don't know where to go. He said in the chat, let's just keep fishing. Okay, then I'll fish too. I grabbed this item, and now I'm fishing, and hopefully there are no sharks. But guys, one thing that this game has, and my game still doesn't have, is this fishing rod, which I can grab here and fish whenever I want. My Roblox game doesn't have this, so I'm going to have to grab it and add this thing to my game. But before that, that, I'm going to remove this boat. I'm going to put a real boat here. Okay, we have exactly this one. I think this one doesn't match much. Maybe this one is better because it's more suited for fishing. Now I'm exactly here, testing if it really works, and it seems like yes, it really works, and my game is starting to work really well. But now there's one very important thing missing, which is the fishing rod. But guys, I'm back here in Brookhaven. He said in the chat, hey, let's go home. So it's better to go back home because guys, we didn't find anything here. The situation is really bad. But guys, what's that? There's a shark passing by in the background, and it's a real shark. Guys, this is terrible. There's a shark passing by, and maybe it wants to get us. Okay, I'm going to stay still so it passes and doesn't notice we're here. But now it's coming back and it's rising up. Okay, it's better for me to leave here and try to figure out how to get back home. Guys, I'm trying to figure out how to get home, but I don't know how to get back because I'm lost here in the middle of the ocean. He said in the chat, go home, please. I don't like sharks. Look, I don't think anyone likes sharks because they're evil. But I'm going back home, and we finally got here. We're home after a long time. We're back, and now we're here in the middle of nowhere. I said in the chat, where are we? But he said, I don't know. Guys, we're lost here in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where we should go. He said in the chat, I know where we are. We're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I've already noticed that. But guys, here near us, we have trees. But if we come a little further, we have this pear. So, we just need to come here to the front, and we'll get home. He said in the chat, wait, I called a taxi. But do you really think it will find us? Because I don't think so. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's really hard for it to find us. But guys, there's a taxi coming right here, and it really found us. I don't know how it found us, but guys, we're saved. I'm here in his car, and guys, we're finally going back home after all this time. But my game has one very important thing missing, which is items you can fish, like this one. The only problem is that none of these work. None of these work. But guys, the only way I could put a fishing rod in the game is with this item, because it really works. There's this other one too, but it's kind of bad. But now there's one very important thing missing in my game, which is fish. Because if I fish here, there's a chance to catch a fish, and my game doesn't have fish. So I'm going to have to put a fish in my game. But guys, we finally got back to the city after a long time, and it even started raining. But guys, he's taking us home. We're finally back here. But for those who don't know, if I take a mansion from Brookhaven, specifically this one, it basically has fish that work. But guys, my friend is getting here because it's raining a lot. But for those who don't know, coming exactly to this part, we have here an aquarium that has fish that really move. And it's really interesting. I want to add something like this to my game, but I don't want the fish to look ugly like this. Actually, I want the fish to be beautiful and also move in the water, not in this aquarium. He said in the chat, you can't put fish in your game because it's really hard. But I think I can because it's not as hard as it seems. Perfect. I put this fish, and you can see that it can't swim because I'll have to make some settings in my game. We also have this other fish. And guys, my game is almost ready. I don't know what else I should add. I said in the chat, what else should I add? Guys, I want to see what he thinks I should add to my game because I don't have any ideas. But he said in the chat, trains. Are you sure? Because it's kind of strange for him to ask for that. But I'm going to add trains to my game. But before that, I'm going to get my car because I want to see how I'm going to make this train. I'm going to grab on the right a very strange car, which will be exactly this one. This is the strangest car of all in Brookhaven. My friend got in here, but this car, for those who don't know, no one uses it, but it's one of the best cars in the game, yet no one uses it. Firstly, because it's huge, and also it has these giant tires, and there's a lot of space inside. It really fits a lot of people inside. The back door opens, and also this item here really works, meaning it's a very complete car. Few people have it because everyone forgets about this car. He said in the chat, I didn't want to know this existed. Really, a lot of people don't know this car exists. But guys, I need to put a train in my game, so I'm going to add it now. I'm just going to put the train right here. Actually, I placed it here because I think it will be better, and you can see that the train is very nice, and it also works. But now I don't know what else I should add to my game. He said in the chat, maybe admin commands. Okay, I'm going to add that. And also, one thing I need to add is more boats because there's only this one. So, I'm going to add a lot of boats here so that everyone can use them. Perfect, there are several boats here, and they all really work. And now I've added admin commands, which means I can basically fly. Now it's time to test my game to see if it really works or not. I said in the chat, follow me. Guys, I'm in my Roblox game, and my friend just arrived here. But now I have these admin commands where I can type this command, and he'll start flying. Guys, he disappeared because of this admin command I used. Now he's back here, but he's going to start flying again. But guys, now I'm going up here to see how my game turned out. Guys, there are several people here who will see the game with me. Now, I'm going up here, and the coolest part is that everyone is here riding the train. Now I stopped him right here to go fishing, and the guys are also coming along. Now I'm coming up here, and you can see that we have a lot of cool stuff here. We have several boats, and I'm going to pick exactly this one. Now guys, everyone has a boat. This is really cool because it really feels like I'm here to fish, but this time in Brookhaven. Now guys, I'm going to hit this boat. Perfect, I hit it. I can stop right here to start fishing, but I don't know what happened. The game is buggy. Now guys, he's driving. I'm here while I'm fishing. But guys, there's a buggy boat here in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know what happened. But now I'm huge and I got a sword, and I can eliminate players. Everyone here is losing, even this player who just lost. And guys, if you want to add me here on Roblox, Just click on the member button and I'll add you here on Roblox.